my name is Paige Sanders, and I am an outreach worker for Mental Health Partners. And today, I want to talk to you about everyday mindfulness for building resilience, which is something that I'm very passionate about because it goes way back from when I was a childhood. I truly had this thought about resilience meaning something way different. And then as I got older, my mind was blown. So we're going to be talking about resilience and everyday mindfulness for building it. First thing I kind of want to talk about is, what is resilience? Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, whereas mindfulness is the practice of purposely focusing our attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. So I want to talk about resilience and mindfulness and combine them together. And to start with that, I just want to tell you a little childhood story about me and resilience. When I was young, very young, my mom had told me that our family is just a very resilient family, that we can overcome anything if we put our minds to it. So growing up, I mean, she probably told me this when I was 3 years old. And growing up, I thought like, okay, resilience is something that you're born with, and our family has it. So I'll be able to, stay resilient through all these stressful situations. But, as I got older, I realized that that is not what resilience is. You have to build on resilience through life, through the experiences that we have in life. And we all have resilience. And the thing is, resilience is just like a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it's going to get. Mindfulness can help us build that resilience muscle, because mindfulness lets us stay in the present moment and accept it without judgment. So mindfulness and resilience, they really should be put together, because when you put them together, that's going to help us build our resilience. The more mindfulness things we do or techniques, the stronger our well-being is going to be. Because you need to have a positive, healthy mind in order to overcome these stressful situations in life. So I want to talk a little bit more about mindfulness, because there's two components of mindfulness that are really important in terms of really understanding what it means. Because sometimes when you think about the idea of mindfulness, it's a little abstract. So it's nice to have those concrete terms that can help you understand what it does mean. So the first one is meta-awareness. So meta-awareness is the ability to observe your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, and impulses as they are happening. And when we're able to observe all those different things that go into experiences with it around us in life, we're more aware of what to do next. So when we have that awareness, we know what to do next. But when we do not, we're stuck in that familiar, habitual reactions of what we usually do when stressful situations happen. So the second component of mindfulness that I want to talk about is our self-narrative. And this one is so important to me because my self-narrative can really get me into some trouble. Our self-narrative is the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves and about people and places and things in our life. And when we have a self-narrative that is impacting us in a way that's inhibiting us from growing because of the things that you're telling yourself about yourself, that's not good. We're not going to be building on that mindfulness and that awareness. So really the idea here is to think to yourself, what is my self-narrative? What am I telling myself? And our self-narrative has something called a self-talk. So how we talk to ourselves, because the stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves and then the self-talk that we say to ourselves in our heads are the foundations for our beliefs outside of in the world. So meta-awareness, which is our ability to observe our thoughts, our sensations, our feelings as they are happening, that's a very important part of mindfulness. And our self-narrative, those stories that you tell yourself about yourself and others and people and places and things, is another important component of mindfulness as well. And if we can be aware of these two things and understand how they are inhibiting us from growing, we can do something about it and we can help build our resilience. So on our next video, we're going to be talking about neuroplasticity and how important it is in terms of mindfulness, and the 4 pillars of a healthy mind, which is something that I found from a psychologist named Richard J. Davidson. He is the founder of the Center of a Healthy Mind. And I think you're really going to enjoy what we're going to talk about with that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, please leave a comment below. Also, you can check out our main page, our social media, and also these Zoom events that we have. It's going to be in the description below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we will be talking about neuroplasticity and the 4 pillars of a healthy mind next.